This is going to be a quick introduction video to counting techniques. And so we're going to just learn two of the counting techniques that we're going to learn in this section, but there's a few more coming in a next video. So this is the basic counting rule. And this says if we're asked to choose one item from each of two separate categories, where there are M items to choose from in the first category and N items to choose from in the second category, then the total number of available choices is M times N. So sometimes this is called the multiplication rule for probabilities. And so just getting into an example, this is really quick and easy. We're told a young man owns 4 dress shirts and 7 ties. And we're asked how many different combinations of shirts and ties can he wear to work. And so this is an example of the multiplication rule. There are 4 choices for which shirt. And then there are 7 choices for which tie. And we just multiply those together to get 28 different combinations of shirts and ties. Okay. This can be extended to when we have more than 2 categories by just repeating the multiplication process. So the next example says a pizza place has pizzas in 4 different sizes with 12 different flavors for the crust. That's a lot of crust flavors. And 10 different toppings. How many one-topping pizzas can be ordered? So we could choose the size. We can choose the crust, and we can choose which one of the toppings. And so we have 12 times 4 is 48, times 10 is 480 combinations. Okay, so that's just some quick examples of using that multiplication rule or the basic counting rule. What we're going to move on to next is counting where we're trying to count the number of arrangements, but we have repetition allowed. So this says if we make R selections from a group of N choices, then we have N sub 1 times N sub 2 times N sub 3, all the way up through our last number of selections. And so we can just write that as N to the R, different arrangements. And I think this will make sense as we get into an example. So we're told here that a person's social security number is made up of 9 digits. So those 9 digits are, usually it's the first 3, and then the next 2, and then the next 4. So a lot of times it's broken up that way. So I typically draw myself a line for every position that I need to fill. And then within each position, I have to choose a digit to go there. And we know that digits are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And so we have 10 possible values to choose from there, which means that the first number in my social security number could be anything from 0 to 9. So I have 10 choices there. And then to go on, once I've used a digit, I can still reuse it. So in other words, just because there's maybe a 2 at the front of my social security number doesn't mean I can't use a 2 somewhere else again. So that's what the repetition part means, is I'm allowed to reuse the values. So I still have 10 choices again, and I have 10 choices for the next one. And you can see the pattern here is that really I have those same 10 digits to choose from, right? 0 through 9. So those same 10 digits to choose from for every spot that I want to fill. So this is 10 to the 9th power. So I have 10 choices for each of those 9 positions. Okay. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we have a billion choices there for the number of possible social security numbers. I think this is a little bit oversimplified because I doubt they're going to give out a social security number that's like 111111111, but you get the idea there of the counting process.